All right, Broncos Country. It is midweek again, which means another awesome episode of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast here on the Orange and Blue Network. Guys, we are just days away from the legal tampering period in free agency, which means we're going to be in a frenzy for free agency news. So much to talk about, so much fun. Broncos Country, let's go.
Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast.
What is up, Broncos Country?
Oh, yeah.
And how are you doing, NRW Crew? And welcome to another awesome episode of the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. I am your host, Johnny Baki, and with me, as always, my cousin, my childhood best friend, Jay the Dream Weaver, my best friend in real life, every minute, every day, Isaiah Henderson, and my buddy, my big, beautiful buddy with the glorious whitening beard there, Rob. What's up, guys? And of course, today we are joined by the excellence that is D-Line from DNVR.
Oh, my.
Yes. What a perfect introduction. The excellence. I've never heard it so succinctly put. What a perfect introduction.
Well, I was wrestling with your the excellence and your highness, but I decided.
Excellence.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. I made the right choice then. How are you guys doing this week?
Your highness would have been.
Dude. Oh.
Rob, your volume is way off, buddy. It was like a whisper in my ear.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, I always love it.
Yeah,
That's better. I love sweet nothings in my ear, but only after the podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, at least I'm not the only one having tech problems anymore, so it makes me feel better since I'm not the only one having tech issues.
Yeah.
Right.
But
All right,
Johnny, I'm doing good. I'm ready to go. Like it's free agency. We're in the thick of playoff pushes for basketball and hockey.
I know
things are afoot.
The game is afoot.
It is.
And it's afoot without even having Rex Ryan here.
Thank God.
Yes.
I'm so glad we're spared the toe jokes for the next year and a half.
No. The toe jokes will continue to exist regardless.
Gross. You can notice, D-Line, we said let's go and not let's ride in our intro. We've been slowly tapping ourselves off of that drug.
Listen, I did notice that. I was very cognizant. Anytime anybody in Denver hears Bronco Country Let's, then you just cringe. You're like, oh God, don't say it. Do not say it.
Please.
The worst thing is that, like, oh, bro, like I made a shirt for Let's Ride. and now I'm like, what have I done? Like, what evil have I unleashed onto the streets of Denver, Colorado? There's like people walking around with "Let's Ride" shirts, and it's my fault. I feel terrible.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
Yeah, there you go. No, you know what? I still personally, I still love it. I still love that phrase. Maybe not as the entire saying for the team, but I do like it. I would like to point out that we came up with the like get bucked kind of stuff long before Sean Payton started saying it, because all of last season,
my angry letter to him is in the mail.
Yeah, it is, because I will say this: you can actually you can go back on our channel on YouTube and check it. All of last season, our pregame show is called Get Bucked Game Day Show, and our postgame show is called Buck Your Feelings. So we were way ahead of Sean Payton on that. So
do you want to hear a crazy story quickly about Let's Ride? Is that I was working with an advertising agency like years and years ago, and we actually pitched the Broncos to do that season to have the official slogan be "Let's Ride." Like, we came up with this idea, like, it's like cowboy, but
I mean, it makes sense.
Reasons. So we pitched the Broncos on this, and they were like, no. Because they were also in, as part of the ownership group, they had the Outlaws as well, and they had something that was similar. That's like Mount Up or something that was like in the same world, and they were like, that's too close to that. So they were like, that it'll never catch on. Let's Ride.
That's the Outlaws. Who cares about lacrosse? Okay, like, but. No, that's great. It's only because you weren't a $500,000 or $500 million quarterback.
I guess
great
so.
Point. It's a really good point.
Or Sierra. It's her fault too. I mean,
what's that, Rob? We still can't hear you, brother.
But you're right. It's because it wasn't their idea. But like the way that it's like Russell Wilson didn't have to get approval of the Broncos. He's just big enough he can make his own thing. So he just made it his own thing. This is like the Broncos, like PR department. Their marketing department had to like
his fault.
Yeah, man. No, because he's just PR. It's like their marketing department had to, like make billboards and like all of the stuff that you see that is they take on like one tagline each year to represent like the hopes and dreams of the Broncos fan, like United in Orange or something. Like this was
the marketing plan for the year. Like here's our plan for the whole year and our theme.
Yes, isn't that
gotta sound snappy.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I can hear you a little bit better. It's not the best, but it's better than it was. I'm not sure what's going on there.
If you can sign, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know. Thank you. That's like the extent of my American Sign Language.
But you're willing to. I mean, you're able to do it if you want. But I
do love
that.
Rob, I feel like a restart is in your future. If I was,
have you turned it on and turned it off?
Yeah, let's go full IT here, Rob.
Yeah, that's great. So great.
We'll see. Why don't you go ahead and restart it, Rob, and we'll bring you back in just a minute.
I was gonna say, let's get in the chat real quick here. I want to throw out Dave Full Glassman. I mean, this guy is a regular for us, always in the background.
He's OG when it comes to our fans.
He certainly is.
And then we got we also got go ahead, Jay.
Right. You're good. You go.
We got Mr. Keith Brugman in the house, or Brugman. Sorry, Brugman. I forgot. My bad. Keith Brugman in the house from man, I'm spacing now. Rocky Mountain Sports Network. Yeah. It's good to see you, Keith. Thank you for jumping in. We got a new name in the house. Kevin Phillips. Wait, I'm here. So we have a tradition, Kevin. Anytime we see a new name in our chat, we cheers the newest member of the NRW crew. So here's to you, my friend.
I'm drinking NA beer right now because I don't drink 2 days in a row, and I had to drink after last night's debacle versus the Bulls. So sorry about it.
Let's not even talk. That was disgusting. I'm kind of shocked to see that D-line isn't drinking, considering it's a bar.
Yeah. You have to sit through that D-line and actually talk about it. I felt bad for you.
Yeah, man. Like when things go sideways like that, and you're like, everybody else is like, well, I'll just turn the television off. I had like Oh, awesome. Like now the job starts and I get to relive that through everyone's anger. Like that's going to be fun. But it honestly, it's like, I honestly think it's like such a healthy therapeutic thing to, after a game like that, to just laugh about it and like just put it into the proper perspective, which is nothing. I mean, none of this shit matters. Excuse me. None of this stuff matters.
No, it's fine. It happens.
It's just for fun, but the whole reason that we care is because we like allow it to control and have access to our emotions, which is the rewarding and the dangerous part. So sometimes it goes bad and it makes you angry. And then sometimes it goes good. It makes you elated. And that's the deal you make.
And the next day you have to go out and buy a new 65-inch flat screen.
You got to buy a new 65-inch flat screen. Like I always say that one of the true benefits and one of the true important points about sports is that they provide people a place to put their negative emotions that don't serve them in real life. And then you can get mad and like be angry at Yusuf Nurkic, but then like be nice to your family, So it's cool. Like
yes.
My poor family.
It's true. I mean, we're about to hit that great time where we're going to go back.
Let's give Rob a quick sound check.
Oh yeah, Rob, are you there?
Do you guys hear me okay now?
Oh my God, I hear your voice.
It's
sultry and beautiful.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't go that far.
I would. Anyway, you've already got a couple of your fans in the chat, buddy. You've got your mama, Debbie, in the house saying, hi, guys. She says, I'm here for my son, Rob. Well, we love you, Mama Myrick.
And I see my boy Kevin Phillips is in the house. Now, y'all got to be nice to Kevin because, I mean, he is a Jaguars fan. But at this point, the Jaguars did better than we did. So.
Well, all right, here's what I'm going to say. I'm so sorry that you're a Jaguars fan for what's going to happen to you at the hands of the Broncos this season. That's right, because I am Mr. Optimism. But I will say this, Kevin, it does not make me sad to see a fan of another franchise in the house here. We have fans from all over the NFL. In fact, we have resident Seahawk fans, Raiders fans that come in and talk to us on the regular. So it's good to have another representation of another
Seattle
franchise.
Fans, not salty Seattle fans.
Is there such thing?
Make you go, ugh.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk a bit about free agency. D-line, you're always hanging out around with people and everybody that that is in direct contact with the Broncos. What have you heard? Any rumors or any interesting tidbits?
Hot takes? Any hot takes around the bar?
I hear stuff. The Broncos are pretty quiet right now. They're talking a lot about who they can keep, who they can let go. They're talking about salary cap stuff. They're talking about, should we retain Josie Jewell? Should we retain, should we franchise tag Draymond Jones? Like all this, like I hear all of this stuff. It's hard for me to like really deep sink my teeth in deep with the Broncos. Like when so much is happening with the Nuggets and the Broncos is so disheartening at this stage. So it's like, I kind of need to let the Broncos like do what they're going to do, and then like represent their case to me around like near the start of the season, or actually after free agency, I think is when I'll like kind of be like, okay, I see, and the draft. I got to see what they're going to do in the draft. I need some, feelings that we're going to be back. I mean, I love the Sean Payton hire, obviously. I hate giving up the premium. I hate giving up the premium picks, but what are you supposed to do? Like, that's the business. You like bringing a proven winner. I mean, that's a good move. You don't know if people can do this job. Like this last guy couldn't do the job. Like he was overwhelmed by it. Yeah, man. He was like overwhelmed by it. He needed to have other people like control his game and his like timeouts and stuff. Like, what are you doing?
He was in way over his head. That's just the best way to say it.
Yes. A substitute teacher that was hired to be a permanent fixture. Like
exactly. And you don't know what guys can do until they're put into the position. And so I like getting a guy that has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that he is not scared of the moment. So that's good. Like I'm excited about that. Everything else,
absolutely.
I have no idea, dude.
And I agree with you, Jay. I like the substitute one, but I would also go so far as to say like the middle school biology teacher who got hired to teach advanced physics for seniors. You know,
he's got the book for dummies in front of him and stuff.
Yeah, I guess for me, free agency to me isn't even like a Sean Payton thing, and honestly, it's not even a George Payton thing. To me, this is the first time that we have ever been able to flex as a franchise that we got cash coming out our ears. We can finally pay whatever or whoever we want. Like, we are not held back. And this is the very first offseason we can say that. So, like, that's what I'm interested to see the difference of.
If that's the case, then why didn't we pay Draymond Jones and keep him? Why didn't we?
There's limits to what they can spend on the field is the problem. Like, where they can spend recklessly with reckless abandon is they can hire a Sean Payton at an exorbitant cost. Or if they wanted to get a Harbaugh, they could have paid him a disgusting amount of money and it wouldn't have mattered at all. It's like all the stuff around the game, they can absolutely tilt.
I mean, there's ways to circumvent it all by paying cash as cash out as a signing bonuses and stuff like that. But it definitely does make it more difficult. So I mean, it is what it is. And here's what I think is going to happen with our buddy Draymond. First of all, Draymond is a top 5 defensive end in my opinion in the league. But I do not think he's gonna garner the kind of contract he's looking for. I mean, $19 million. Come on, man. So let him go out there.
Sand for him. I mean, it's not like
let him go out there.
A good attitude. I mean, if you're looking at are you willing to reward an employee for his performance? Like, he's performed really well, but he has been outwardly very frustrated and not very happy with the team or the situation.
Yeah, but I mean, what I see happening is something like along the lines of he goes out there, he tests the market, right? Someone makes him an offer, right? Mm-hmm. They offer him 17 million or something like that. The Broncos come back and they be like, "Hey, we're not going to offer you 17. We'll offer you 16, maybe a couple 100,000 more." But the beautiful thing, you stay with the guys that you already know, your buddies. You're a fixture here. You don't have to move. You know what I mean? And then he's like, okay, I could deal with 16-3, 16-4.
To me, this feels a lot like Malik Jackson. A guy that was pretty good, and then he left and he became incredible. I think it's really hard to properly value your own guys. Everybody either way overvalues or way undervalues their guys. It's once you start assigning a dollar amount to these guys, it's weird. You forget about who they actually are and what they are actually capable of doing. And I just think that I would hate for it to be another Malik Jackson. I hated seeing that happen. I hate when guys leave and bloom elsewhere.
I hated when Shelby Harris got traded to the Seahawks, man, because Shelby Harris was pot roast 2.0. And so I mean to have
pot roast.
God forbid Draymond, gets an offer and leaves Denver and leaves town. I mean, I agree with you, Eric. Seeing Draymond Jones leave and then he's just gonna have a hell of a comeback. That's gonna be a really sour kick in the face to us for sure.
Yeah.
Well, our boy Jody in the comments brings up a really good thing, and that's kind of this is my side of it is okay, well, if we don't get the money to Draymond, what are we going to do with the money? I'll feel differently if we just sit on it and we, win the cap room, war of the offseason. Sure. I want to spend money. So, if it's not going to Draymond Jones, let's beef up offensive line. Let's spend it somewhere else.
And we will definitely get into that later when we do the Mile High Matrix.
Absolutely.
So speaking of spending money, if you don't know where to spend your money, I'm sure all of you are just like me and poor as hell and struggled to not spend money. But I'm sure you're also very tired. So if you don't know where to spend your money and you're sleepy, why don't you jump on over to Dubby.gg, the sponsor of today's show, and get yourself a little bit of Dubby's Jitterless Energy Blend. Guys, this stuff, Jay's got it right there. That's the Galaxy Grenade. This stuff is absolutely delicious. Comes in 6 delicious different flavors. And guys, the best part about Dubby, each cup of Dubby contains 2 cups of coffee's worth of caffeine. However, it is formulated to give you the focus and energy with no jitters or crash afterwards. The formula has amino acids, B vitamins, nootropics, and their own patented nootropic they call Neurofactor that keeps you sharp and keeps your reflexes quick. But my favorite part, as the diabetic of the group, no calories, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. Guys, it doesn't get more natural and it doesn't get more delicious. And make sure that when you get over there to w.gg and you're in the checkout to drop NRWOB10 in the code line to get yourself 10% off your order. That's NRWOB10 at checkout. Come on, guys. Teach yourself how to dubby.
Oh, yeah. And so, we're also going to talk about some merch.
Master of merch
going on. Yeah, I'm the master of merch.
Which, by the way, we can't call you that right now with D-Line on the show because he is the real master of merch in Denver.
Well,
you are
the godfather of merch, sir.
With Eric on the show, you are the prince of merch.
Yeah, very much so.
Really, I was going to go with Jester, but that works.
Jay the Jester.
We've got designs. We've got products. I mean, you can throw our designs on pretty much anything. I mean, we've gone through and we highlight pretty much something every day or every show, whether it be a pillow or bandana, face covering. I mean, there's just tons of stuff. I'm like you, D-Line. I got stickers on the backside of my laptop.
Oh yeah.
Really enjoy putting it out there. I love stickers. I put stickers on tons of stuff.
By the way, I'm 1 in now.
Oh, there you go. But go to the merch store, guys. I mean, I wore my favorite merch today. I got the Mile High City Baby. That is my favorite shirt. My favorite design you ever came out with. And I've had a lot of them. That to me, at the time of your drop of this, we were at the precipice of Bones vibes, and everything was just like he was a rock star. And
bro,
look at where we are now. Look at us now.
I dropped that after he almost single-handedly beat the Golden State Warriors in a playoff game, and the vibes were out of control with Bones Highland. We've been sitting on that design because I've been working with them for a while, waiting for just like the right time. I have like 2 or 3 other Bones shirts that we like now never get to put out, but like I was just like waiting for the right
had
moment.
his jersey in my cart. I had his jersey in my cart on Fanatic. I had to take it out.
So
do you still have contact with him?
I mean, I still have emails of all of his people, and like I have an email for him that when you send it, it like sends you something back that says you need authorization to email this email address.
Oh my gosh.
So I wouldn't say like I wouldn't say I have direct access to it.
Well, I mean, hey, I gotta ask this. I mean, you guys are getting the guest list. You just had Flacco. I mean, you guys are getting quite good players. Super cool.
Yeah, I never had any interest in being in this side of the world. I just fell into it. But it's crazy now seeing like all of the weird politics that go into like the sports industry and like all of the moving pieces and the PR and the politics of who can get what and when. Like we can get guests, but we have to go through Nuggets PR, and it's difficult. It's like a difficult thing, and you understand it too because there's only 5 starters on the Denver Nuggets, then 5 more guys on the bench. It's not like the Broncos where there's like a lot of dudes,
52 dudes to interview.
Yeah. So it's like, you understand, like all of the, if there's one dope guy, like the world is coming at them. So you understand it. It's just, it's difficult because, we've been doing this for a while, and it's, we're just like anybody else, just still trying to like really build up our credibility and our, like our footprint, and like be as legitimate as possible, and like try to grow something from like the same kind of place that you guys are, just grinding and hustling and doing it because you love it. And
it's a hobby. We don't get paid nothing.
Yeah. I mean, that's for me. Exactly. Yeah. For me, this started off as a hobby. I started off just making t-shirts for the Denver Nuggets because I'm a designer, and I just liked, I was obsessed with the Denver Nuggets when they went to when they had their 57-win season. So I made a Manimal shirt, and I made a Wilson Chandler shirt, and I made a Denver Nugs shirt, and
that's awesome.
And I sold it sold it outside the Pepsi Center at that time, and online, and like I sold enough that I was like, okay, cool. Then I made like another one, and like Wilson Chandler saw the design, and he made it his avatar for a day, and like
that's
you get like a little cloud there, and you get like a little cloud here, and like then I started to do stuff for the Broncos. I made like a Von Miller is dope shirt, and before, like, it was just a drawing of Von Miller, and it was supposed to come out and just have the word crush underneath. It was just going to be a picture of Von, it said crush. And then he got arrested like the day before I was about to send it to press. And so then I was like, oh, fuck. So I changed it. I changed it to Von is dope. And so it's like a triple meaning. And then we started to sell them outside of the stadium. We just sold so many. And then we sent shirts to the Dan Patrick show, and he put one of them up on the wall, and it was right in the shop every
Dan
single
Patrick
day.
Is so cool.
Yeah, and it's so it for me too.
What?
Hobby, like
here, let me help you out. What you need to do is make a tank top and send it to Pat McAfee.
You're right. Yeah,
and have him wear it.
I will. I will.
We actually have
Latko a bunch of shirts.
And to Isaiah, and send one to Isaiah.
Yeah. He's the bro tank of the group for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right, because he's always complaining because I can't, because in our merch store, unfortunately, I don't have, I have to go through a service. They don't offer the tank tops he wants. He's always so mad about it. So actually, we have our buddy Andy Schrant coming into the comments. He's saying, "What the hell, D-line? What in the crossover?"
Listen, man. Pretty much, if anyone asks me to do anything, I'll do it. I love the hustle. I love people like doing stuff that then like trying to put interesting things into the world and like putting energy out. Like, I'm all about that.
Dude, it's just weird. Like, I'm one of those degenerates that are on, the podcast at 1:00 in the morning after an OT game that, against the stupid, I don't know, Indiana Pacers. Like, who cares?
Yep.
But I'm there.
Exactly.
It's.
I know Rob. I know Rob is too, because that guy's an insomniac.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, not sleeping very much. It seems to be a habit, but. You find the most interesting things at that late time on the internet. I'm pretty sure at the end of the internet, honestly, and I'm pretty sure my boy Kevin's hit the end of the internet a few times as well. So
yeah, well, I would go. I'm a night owl as well, but I stay off the internet because I subscribe to the belief that that I heard for the first time on How I Met Your Mother, which was nothing good happens after 1 a.m.
Well, I mean, that's out in public. What are you going to do when you're at home?
It's the internet, dude. Anything can happen.
Don't answer that.
Hey, I won't ask you, D-Line, if you get on the internet much. I mean, you do have the world famous Online with D-Line show that I hope is returning soon.
Yeah, dude, I'll totally do it. Everybody asks me about Online with D-Line. It's like the stupidest thing.
So
I mean, I have to. It's so stupid. Yeah, you're right. I have to do it. But am I on the internet? Dude, I'm on the internet constantly. I'm always on the internet. I'm always working on something. I'm literally on the internet like I am now. I'm looking at the internet. I'm obsessed with Twitter. Twitter's like my thing that I love the most. Like I'm actually like pretty monogamous. Like I really only use Twitter. Like I don't really like Instagram. I don't really like TikTok. Like I'll use if I have insomnia, and you can get like a good roll of like TikTok videos if you like trained your TikTok enough. But
yeah, I'm off of that thing. I'm out.
I just like Twitter for me. Twitter for me is just like it's like one-liners and like and news, and it's just like for me, I just try to make funny things. I just try and tell jokes, and then like see what's happening like that. I'm like totally into it. It's like
the
a
conversation. Twitter is
totally
great. It's just such an entertainment.
Rob, you got another fan in the house. Miss Mindy Woods is in the house.
Rob, you got a fan club tonight, man.
Hey, all I do is share it out. I share it out. I put it out there.
And they're reciprocating. They're reciprocating tonight.
We appreciate it. Anybody
I love it.
Make sure y'all go like and subscribe to the Orange and Blue Network YouTube channel. You can find us on all the social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the whole nine. So
absolutely, we're all over it all. And I'm happy for you that Mindy's actually in the house to watch you, because I talked to my wife. I'm like, you gonna watch the show? And she goes, hell no.
Yeah, well, you live with your wife.
Doesn't matter. She never watches anymore. She used to when we first got started. Now she's just like, so how was your show? And I'm like, it was good. And she goes, I don't care.
Okay. Moving on.
So all right. So D-Line, help us out with what are some things that you see. I know you're all about the Nuggets and the Avalanche right now, which is understandable. Believe me, I watch pretty much every game that I can from here in Tennessee. But what are some needs that you see the Broncos going for in free agency specifically?
It's tough to know, man, because the Broncos we don't know what the Broncos are. We don't know who the Broncos are right now.
Yeah.
Like the Broncos are undergoing such a monumental shift. And I don't know what Sean Payton's intents are. Like I know that they need help at running back because we don't know what we're going to get out of 33. Like it sounds like we're going to lose most of the year with him. I don't know if he's planning on having a running scheme. I don't know if he's planning on having Russell Wilson play like a primarily bootleg sort of situation like he did before. So we need like fast linemen versus just like bulky ones. Like I have no idea. Like all I know is that the defense has been good. You know, it's been good to like great at times, but in fact, they were great for most of the season. They were top three until the Rams game. They fell apart, obviously, but like they obviously gave the team way more than they needed to have success. So you got to think it's, you know, but I don't know. Now we have Vance Joseph coming back to call the defense. Like I'm terrified of that, frankly.
Thank you.
I'm terrified.
Hey,
that guy's an idiot.
We can all. That's why I love doing what we do, because especially when we get like this. Because I'm excited about Vance Joseph. Really? Actually, I am,
and I'm terrified.
And like the guys on the bottom. I don't know about Jay. I think Jay's kind of neutral about it.
I could care less.
Yeah, and the two gentlemen on the bottom are terrified.
Make or break.
Hey, you're gonna care when our defense tanks because Vance Joseph is screwing around.
No.
Well, I probably will, except I don't think that's going to happen. You know, from what I've been able to see, my opinion on Vance Joseph, and you guys can correct me if you think I'm wrong, or not correct me, but, you know, oppose me if you think I'm wrong on this. Oh, yeah, I mean, you can throw it out there. You guys do it at least once an episode.
Damn it, Johnny!
But anyway, I truly think that with Vance Joseph, he sucked as a head coach. I really think he did. There is absolutely there's no way around that. I'm not going to sit here and defend his head coaching career. It was trash. But when he got down to Arizona, he did some pretty amazing things with a defense that had nowhere near the talent that we have on this defense. And he had them in the top, not last year, but I mean, when you consider how many injuries happened to that defense within the first 7 games of the season.
It's possible. I mean, he's such a boast. Like I hate listening to him talk. I mean, I guess we don't have to hear him talk.
Was it not a great practice, Eric?
Oh my God,
we're back.
But that's just it. Like when a guy, I just feel like when somebody reveals to you that they are stupid, you should be like, "Wow, that's a stupid guy." Like I don't want a stupid guy in charge of some part of my team because he's a stupid guy. So listen, I am very open. My mind is very open. I can be proven wrong. He's just a dumb guy, and I don't like when dumb guys are in charge of stuff.
That's fair. Rob, I mean, what is like, are there any specific reasons that you are scared about VJ, or is it specifically about how bad he was as our head coach?
Well, I mean, you can't, again, Johnny, I agree with you. He sucked as a head coach. If I swear, if his first press conference, he comes out and says, "Oh, we had a great day of practice," I'm going to throw a beer at my TV. I'm going to lose it. He sucked as a head coach, but I'm afraid that he's going to take this great defense that Denver has had the last 4 years, maybe even more, and it's just gonna get flushed down the toilet because he's gonna try to think, he's gonna try to do too much versus just doing what we've been doing and keep the train on the tracks.
Well, I mean, what I've heard, one thing that I've heard on Twitter within the last 24 hours is that it's looking like he's not going to change the system from a 3-4 to a 4-3, which means that there will be continuity with what the team has been doing to a degree.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You never know. He could wake up one morning and go, you know what? Let's change it.
It's interesting to show your hand in that regard prior to free agency. You'd almost want to maybe have an advantage over, your rivals targeting the same free agents, or, kind of having an in as to what strategy you're going to be having of what type of holes to fill.
So, I mean, let me ask D-Line then. Do you think, Eric, that maybe they showed that hand as a ploy to throw people off?
No, I just think they probably don't think it's that important. I think they probably feel like they can win over any potential free agent. They've got the Walton money, like you say. They can paint a picture of a more comfortable, lavish life the way the Cowboys have been able to do for a long time. I'm sure that Sean Payton operates off the idea. He's like, I don't give a shit. Like, they can know what's
you know what, Eric?
Eric, all right? You flow that hair out.
We don't. I mean, truthfully, we don't give a shit, Eric. I'm a veteran. So sure. I mean, I curse like outside of this show. I curse like a soldier.
Yeah.
Jay and Rob are just both terrible human beings. So they curse, on the regular too. So.
I was gonna be offended, and then I look up and see Jay's face just.
He's my cousin. Yeah. He's got to be a bad person, right?
That's not right.
Yeah, but anyway, I think that I just think they don't care. They're just like, here's what we're gonna do, and then then they'll look for the players. I don't think they're thinking about it like that.
All right, that's fair.
I feel like Denver is becoming the Denver Saints because we have so many former Saints coaches on the staff.
But why the hell not? I mean, Sean Payton took the Saints. Sean Payton won 7 division titles and went to the playoffs 9 out of his 10 years coaching the Saints. I have no problem with that.
No, that's a good thing. That's like when you basically like having a successful coaching venture. It's like putting together like a small business. Like you have to choose all of the heads of your department, and if your small business is successful and you want to launch a new small business, so you like get your same people involved that knew what they were doing and like helped you do it before. You just like write your closest confidants around. Like you don't shed those. Those are something you build up over the course of a lifetime, really. And then once you understand and can work with people, like you work with them over and over,
So can I get an amen?
That brings a really good question I've actually had for a while for you. Is your involvement in Phoenix and Chicago? Like, DNVR is like ridiculously famous, I feel like, in the Denver market. Like, y'all are like, everyone knows you. You're a spotlight.
It's my favorite. Hey, when I visit Colorado, it's my favorite bar. Okay,
yeah. That's awesome.
I want to check it out when I come to town. I want to go.
Yeah, Eric. Awesome. I'm from Longmont originally. Jay and I both are.
Yep.
However, Jay as a child moved to Omaha and got stuck there, and the Army moved me around the country, and I just got and I couldn't afford to come back, and so I'm still in Tennessee.
Yep.
So, but I mean, every time I come back to Denver. Now, DNVR is my favorite bar. And
dude,
I mean,
awesome.
By the way, whoever your guy's chef is, I mean, that brunch burger that has the freaking blackberry jam with the jalapenos on it, holy shit. It is one of the greatest things I've ever eaten.
That was good. We don't do brunch a lot, but yeah, that was really good. I really like
that thing. Holy shit. One of the best things I have ever eaten in my life.
Well, man, I appreciate that. That feels good to hear. We put a lot of effort. I put all of my life force, in fact, into this DNVR thing. So I love to hear that it's like resonating with people. It's like all I want to do on earth is like make meaningful connections and help people enjoy their lives and bring interest and beauty into the world, because it's like the world's like a difficult, terrible place, and so. I like sports a lot. And I think that sports are so important because they speak
sports brings people together.
It speaks to every person at whatever place they want it to, especially football. Football is like has the widest range of entry points. It's like chess mixed with ultra violence. So if you want to be like an animal and like just like be like have bloodlust, like that's there for you in football. And if you want to be like a top level statistician and like try to just be clever and outsmart, and that high level stuff is there too. And there's a lot of like in the middle, there's a lot of storylines. So that's why it's so important, because everybody can find something that interests them in sports should they choose to look for it.
Absolutely. But DNVR in and of itself, like you guys, I can't speak for everybody on this podcast. Well, I can speak for Jay because he's crazy. I already know. But I mean, I listen to DNVR podcasts every day, and
I love that.
I mean, and I'm absolutely shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that it's taken us this long to get one of you guys on here. But now that we've had you on, I definitely intend to finally reach out to Zach and Hank and Ryan and all those guys and get them on here, because I mean, we've had connections to everybody, to Mile High Sports and to Orange Weekly and Mile High Huddle and all that, but we've never had anybody from DNVR on this show, which is disgusting.
So Eric, is Chicago and Phoenix the same vibes, or are those like they're building, but it's like not even close to DNVR?
So
like, where are you think?
It's pretty interesting because you're talking about two larger markets. You're talking about people that have a lot more people to draw from. I mean, because obviously our stuff only works for people that love Denver sports, and there's only so many of those people. And like Chicago, there's like so many people that like Chicago sports that they have like millions of people there's so many people that live there. That place is huge. So they like nobody is DNVR. Like we obviously invented this, and like we have just replicated our structure into these other areas, but then we have to allow them to be themselves. We can't we can't come in and be like, hey, this is we have like a general structure of kind of like what I was saying. Like we want to make things better for people. We want like people to enjoy sports. We want to have positive interactions. We want to be a place where people feel like they can talk and whatever, all that good stuff. Like we don't want to be an antagonistic force, because there's enough of that. But outside of that, like you guys just kind of have to do Chicago and do Phoenix. I do like, here's like a CHGO hat. Like I do merch for all of them. Like I have to, make stuff for everywhere. And it's
has to make your skin burn though as you're doing it, right?
Oh, like when I'm making a KD shirt? Yeah, totally. It's like it's tough. like a I'm a professional, man. Like I can work through it.
Now, so Eric, I know that we asked you to be on for 20, 30 minutes. We're already at 44. Do you mind hanging out with us for the remainder of the hour? Or?
Yeah, all good. So, let's go.
I know Jay kind of imparted upon you the rules of the Mile High Matrix. I don't know if it's something you want to.
Sunglasses.
This is the sunglasses.
I didn't even get my sunglasses.
What is wrong with you? You are the official co-host of this show. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh my gosh!
God,
just cover my eyes.
That's it. Get the paddle. It's like Gino and Bubba Ray. Get the tape. Get the paddles.
Just because of that, we're just gonna go right into it. You jerk. Let's plug into the Mile High Matrix. Hey, Rob and I got the memo, Jay.
Jay, you suck.
You suck.
That's right.
Even me, look at me.
There it is. That's how we do it. Where's the tiny little...
Totally redeem yourself.
That's right. We need a damn it Jay. You know, you guys always are dropping that damn it Johnny sound on me, but we need a damn it Jay one.
That's
You're
true.
A monster. Johnny, just record one.
Yeah, no, I mean we will find something.
We do have microphones.
Damn it, Jay! I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
Oh my god.
Anyway, all right. So D-Line, welcome to the Mile High Matrix. All right. What we do in the Mile, yeah. You know, it's now everything around you is not real. This is a program. I'm joking. But what we do in the Mile High Matrix, I'm sure you were not born under a rock or in a cave or in a barn. And I'm sure that you have seen at some point the original Matrix movie. I'm guessing most people have. You've seen the original Matrix, correct?
Yes.
All right. So here in the Mile High Matrix, we pull a Morpheus. We offer you an orange pill and we offer you a blue pill. And you have to make the decision as to and there's no way around it. You can't say neither. You can't say I'm going to take both. You got to take one or the other, and you make the decision. It is a Denver version of Would You Rather.
Sure.
So, Jay, since you forgot your sunglasses, you get to go first.
Yay!
Offer us up your orange pill and blue pill for the day.
All right. Well, I got an orange pill here that is the magic number that Draymond Jones wants. We fork it over. He comes back. Everyone's happy, hunky-dory, moving on. We got blue pill. He goes bye-bye. We get nothing for him. Empty hands. Let the man walk away for nothing. But yet, we take that money and go sign a right tackle who we haven't had for like 15 years.
Okay, can you give me do you mind if I ask for a specific right tackle?
Mike McGlinchey.
Oh.
San Francisco 49er.
Ooh, man, this one's like making me salivate, but I can't make a decision. Okay, D-Line, as our guest, would you like to pick your pill first?
See, this is the tough thing. I don't know what Sean Payton wants to do. Is a right tackle important?
No, but it's not about what he wants to do. It's not about what he wants to do. In Mile High Matrix, you choose.
Wait, am I in charge of the team now? We're
pretending you take this pill, and this is what happens because you took that pill.
You're in the Peyton Club.
But is Peyton still the coach in the once I take the pill? Who's the coach? Is it Peyton? Because that's what I got to know.
It's still Peyton, but you have the decision. Do we keep? Do we roll it back?
I'm taking the blue or I don't know the one. Are we keeping? That's what I want.
Keep him.
All right. So that's the orange pill. Rob, what about you?
You know, I was on the let's keep him, but Mike McGlinchey, and I probably pronounced that wrong. I almost want to say. No,
you said it right.
I almost want to say I take the blue pill, but that pretty much eliminates my orange and blue pill because he went with an offensive lineman.
Well, there's
sort
different
of.
combos of such, but it's more of my thing of like, you know what? We need to rob from the defense and give to the offense. I'm tired of watching 13 to 10 games. I'm ready to lose. If we lose, I want to lose by 3 points, 38 to 35. Like, I'm ready for that.
No, we had too many games where we lost by 3 points. What are you talking about?
Well,
I'm tired of losing by that.
Entertainment. I want entertainment.
Holy crap. Isaiah's back.
I'm going to try it again. How is this?
Yeah, much better. You're not
there we
freezing
go,
up
there
so
we
much.
go.
You turned your
All
crappy
right.
basketball game off. That's
You
why.
literally just jumped in on us in the Matrix.
Oh,
So,
good.
so the very
Mr.
first orange pill blue pill of the day was presented by the other guy who forgot his sunglasses, and that's Jay. And the orange pill is, and you can go next, Isaiah. The orange pill is we go ahead and just give Draymond what he wants. Give him that, and we keep him, right? Or blue pill, we let him walk, and we take the money we would have paid him, and we go sign Mike McGlinchey at right tackle.
Who's orange pill?
Don't
blue
think
pill
too hard.
This is mine.
That's Jay.
Yours truly, Isaiah.
Look, now he's mad at Jay.
That's
He's
not
like,
because
damn you.
For me, that. So basically, the question is defensive end or right tackle.
Yep.
That's the question, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably not with a specific player. I'd probably go with right tackle. The reason being is because
Smart man.
that's more of a need. I mean, both are very big needs, but I think Peyton has some trust in Matt Henningsen. People forget Matt Henningsen as the defensive end was our rookie last year. So, you know, he was quite good. They talked about his improvement. Everyone talked about his improvement throughout the offseason, constantly, continuously, and he was quietly our rookie as a defensive end. So, and the other end is, you know, you can sign Deshaun Williams back. Hackett liked him. His production's not really up there, but you can sign him for a quick 1-year veteran deal if you decide to go right tackle on that. And I think that's more of a, you know, we trust our secondary. You know, Vance Joseph has an aggressive defense. Our edge rushers are coming back healthy, so you know maybe, but definitely right. I'd have to go right tackle. So in that situation, I go Mike McGlinchey. That's not who I want as right tackle, but I would go with Mike McGlinchey.
Okay. Dave's coming in. He's saying we should get a comp pick, so let him go. Sign McGarry from Atlanta. I mean, I could see it. I could see it for sure. I'm actually gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep Draymond. Again, like you said, Isaiah, it's both are very important needs. We need them both. And right now, Draymond is established. He's homegrown, and he's a staple in that locker room. Even if he hasn't been the happiest camper in that locker room, he is still beloved by his teammates. And I truly believe he will blossom into a leader on this team. And I think that's very important. And so I'm gonna stick with keeping Draymond here. So I take the orange.
Okay, so if you're sticking with Draymond, my question would be just to finish out that scenario. You said we have both needs. What do you do at right tackle then if you're keeping Draymond in this scenario?
Are you there?
Oh no, you're good.
It's all right.
Okay, you're good.
I'm good.
I think
we would just be inserting another just rando right tackle the way we have been forever. I mean, nothing really changes.
Who'd you put? Cam Fleming. Who'd you put there?
Who cares? Billy Turner.
Isaiah, thank you. I didn't realize it was contagious.
Jay said, "Who cares?"
Honestly, what I was about to say. Listen, what I was about to say may be unpopular in a lot of Broncos country, but if you really look at how he did, honestly, if you look at stats, Billy Turner was out of the 3 right tackles that we had on the roster this last season, the 3rd best. In fact, I would go ahead and resign him. And this is going to be really, really, really unpopular. I don't care. Cam Fleming. He did a really good job. and I think he could still blossom. I would keep Cam Fleming and continue to roll. And of course, making inquiries elsewhere. But I would go with Cam Fleming, and I would keep Draymond.
I don't know if this is my guy right here, Caleb McGarry. That is my guy right there.
Caleb McGarry,
right tackle. That's who
Jody's
I want.
a smart guy. I'm not surprised by that. Then Isaiah.
Yeah, and Jody says it, and so does Dave Glassman. So I mean, both of them think we should go for Caleb McGarry, and that's fine. So all right, that's we have a few more minutes. We have at least two more pills to get through.
Yeah.
So
force them down.
Should go next, or should I? You pick.
You go, Johnny.
I go.
You go.
Johnny. All right, here we go.
Go, Johnny.
Oh yes.
Johnny.
All right. So mine's a pretty simple one. Mine has to do with filling, with holes on this team in general, right? So orange pill, okay? You go out and you make a blockbuster signing for a star player in free agency, but one big one, right? Or blue pill, you take that money and rather than going for one gigantic big star player blockbuster move, you sign 2 or 3 smaller names that fill more holes.
Spread the wealth.
Spread the wealth out. Which one do you do? One big name blockbuster to fill a hole that you know is gonna that can make an impact in one spot, or 2 or 3 that can fill needs and may not have as big of an monumental an impact, but will fill holes. What do you do? Which do you take?
I ask what the 2 or 3 spots are?
Doesn't matter. Just places of need. Places of need. Center.
This is a wide brush stroke.
It's one guy for a lot of money, or 3 guys for 2. We'll go ahead and say 3. One guy for a lot of money, or 3 guys for a smaller amount, for smaller amounts each.
I'm gonna take the 3.
3.
So you take blue pill.
Yep.
Okay.
What about you, D-Line?
Trying to think, we took a pretty big orange pill last year, and we're still choking on it. So sometimes if you get the wrong big swing, it's not a great move. So I need to know specifics, man. Who is this? Who are we getting with this orange pill? Who are these 3 guys? I got to know some specifics.
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Hey,
I don't know.
But that's a good point. It's like darts at a dartboard. If you're gonna, chances are you're gonna have a miss. You only get one shot with one guy, but at least 3 you have a shot at, one of them turning out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I think about the big positions of need for the Denver Broncos, it's always linebacker core is always a little too slow. I want them to be a little faster.
Well, wait.
Linebacker, you like Josie Jewell and Alex Singleton?
I love Josie Jewell and Alex Singleton paired together. Alex Singleton is a dog. He flies around.
They're big tackles. I want a dynamic Mike linebacker, a guy that controls the defense, has the same sort of presence up front that you get in back with what our goddamn guy who's our stud corner
PS2
Sertan.
Yes. I want the guy that commands that kind of attention or that kind of respect up front.
So you want a Micah Parsons back there?
Cornerstone.
I mean, that would be great. I would love that, but I don't know if I'm willing to give up. Because there's lots of needs on the offensive side.
Yeah.
There's lots of questions on the offensive side. We don't know what's happening with running back. We don't know what's necessarily. The receiving core, Jerry Jeudy, finally broke out of his shell a little bit, showed you that he could be explosive at the end of last year. But I don't know. I have no idea who Cortland Sutton is. I have no idea who Tim Patrick is. I have no idea who KJ Hamler is. These are dude, I don't know who any of our wide receivers are. I
just want our injured players back healthy. That's all I want.
But I know
to your point, D-Line, the inside linebacker depth for free agency is probably the deepest it's been in years. I mean, for a guy, if you're looking for that guy, that dynamic captain, I think Josie Jewell's great. His pass coverage increased greatly this year. But to your point, there's Levante David. There's Levante David. There's Eric Kendricks that has that Minnesota connection with George Payton. There's Bobby Wagner who has that Russell Wilson connection.
Yeah.
And also two of the guys on that defensive side, Christian Parker and Mark Dixon, both have camaraderie with Bobby Wagner because they coach that same defense. But I mean, the inside linebacker depth is there. I'd go with the three guys to spread it around. I'd definitely go Ethan Pochik, Caleb McGarry, and I'd probably go Draymond Jones if we're going three positions. If we're going three positions, I'm gonna choose that one.
Stop.
Dave, why did you wake up?
Oh, Dave, that's funny.
Today?
I've got to bring this up. Dave says it's time to go all in on bad character. Sign Kareem Hunt and Matt Araiza.
Absolutely not.
Oh, that's funny.
Here, I'll answer my question or my answer here real quick. It's a very simple thing. Are the Broncos one player away from a Super Bowl or multiple players?
Multiple
players. So we need the three.
Well
not
done, Jay.
the one.
Oh, blue pill for Jay.
All done.
Well done, Jay.
All right. All right. So actually, so far, I believe all three have gone. Rob, D-Line, and Jay have all gone blue pill. What is yours, Isaiah?
I just said it.
Not really.
Yeah, I said it was a blue pill. I said,
Yeah.
Okay, so blue pill. All right, I'm in the same boat. It looks like this one's unanimous. I would rather sign, take the money, get three positions of need, for less money for each than one big blockbuster name.
Yeah.
So blue pill it is across the board. It seems. Dave really thinks we should sign Punt God regardless of bad choices, but all right.
We signed Pac-Man Jones back in the day, so
hey, you know what? Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man Jones, even regardless of his character issues. He was actually on Pat McAfee this week. Was it yesterday? Today or yesterday? Yeah, he's been on Pat McAfee this week, and he's actually been really funny, and I've enjoyed seeing him on there. So, Rob, last one, so that we can exit the Matrix and let D-Line get back to his life.
Well, I was gonna do one about the offensive line, but I think I'm gonna change it only because something kind of struck me in our conversation. So I'm gonna say. So to reference D-Line's comment where we took a fairly large orange pill last year and it was not the ride I was promised. I want my money back, but anyway.
It just sounds like you got screwed in the velvet room at the strip club.
I did.
I wasn't in that room with you.
Promised goodies and I got garbage.
Not the ride I was promised. I want my money back. And then the bouncer throws you out of the club. Anyway, go ahead.
Orange pill, we keep Sir Russell Wilson and pray that he has a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Blue pill, we cut him and go all in and try to get Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
my God.
Oh, God. Oh, I feel like I just swallowed a garlic pill.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's tough.
All right. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and answer mine right now, like real fast. First of all, anybody who watches this show at all knows I've always been a big fan of Russ in Denver. And I think that he just had a bad year for multiple reasons that just compounded on top of one another. And I don't believe that his best is completely behind him. I believe he can make the comeback. I firmly do. Again, I am ever the optimist. I have always been that person. If I was anything but, I wouldn't be me. So I'm going orange pill, keep Russ. I do not want Aaron Rodgers, who doesn't even know if he wants to retire this year or not, who has been causing such controversy in not only his own locker room, but locker rooms all over the NFL. I do not want him coming to Denver when he doesn't even know if he wants to continue to stay in the game. I'm out on Aaron Rodgers. I keep Russell Wilson and give him the opportunity, 1 year opportunity, to show that he can be what we thought he was going to be when we brought him here in the first place. So orange pill for me.
D-line, who you riding with?
Man, I guess I'd probably stick with Russ. That's a terrible. I mean, that's Aaron Rodgers is. Russell Wilson was so bad last year. Russell Wilson sucked so bad last year. He had that one throw at the end of the year where he got his hips turned on the run. He tossed it down, and we got Jerry Jeudy got it on the 2-yard line. Everyone's like, "See, can wash quarterbacks make that throw?" And I'm like, apparently they can. Because that guy's washed and he made that throw. But I don't know. He just sucked all year. I had so little. I have so little that I'm looking forward to in the Russ experiment. But Aaron Rodgers feels like it's the same thing. It's just like a different headache. So, I mean, Sean Payton was hired with the knowledge that he would have Russell Wilson as his quarterback. So he's been working under that assumption the whole time. So, apparently he thinks he can make it work. I'll be amazed if he can make it work. But listen, stranger things have happened.
Hey, the headache that Aaron Rodgers brings, at least you know that you can go on a darkness retreat in order to while you got that headache
right.
and you're not having the bright lights.
Plenty of peyote in Colorado.
Yeah.
See, he'd be a perfect fit.
All right. So, Jay, what about you?
Oh, I just think it'd be poetic justice if Hackett gets shit canned and he's gone, and then Rodgers comes. I think that would be pretty funny.
Oh yeah, he went to New York. I didn't think.
Well, which pill do you take?
I'm sticking with Russ. I guess I don't like Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a look at me guy. It's all about him. I don't like selfish people like that. I don't know. He's just I don't like his character. I don't like his just him, I guess. Just his demeanor.
I agree.
So,
Not
saying I like Russ's, but
all right, Rob, take a dose of your own medicine there. Which pill do you take?
I guess I'm gonna have to freaking stick with Russ, but I mean, all of Aaron Rodgers' off the field nonsense aside, I think we would have got better play out of Aaron Rodgers versus what we got out of Russell Wilson. I mean, honestly, I'd take Mike White, to be quite honest with you. With as bad as Russ played, at least Mike White, made games interesting. Russ just looked like he just flat out gave up most games.
So
it's a Mike White hot take. Write it down, folks. Who had that on the bingo card?
Before I throw up.
Yeah, I am the smartest man alive.
Oh wow! All right, so that's been fun. So it looks like we were all split. As split as you can be, five ways on the on our initial pill choice, and we were unanimous on the other two. So I like it. It's been fun. I don't know where Isaiah disappeared to. He's been having internet issues. I know, the abyss. But it is now time for us to unplug from the Matrix. Let's go ahead and get out of the Matrix, and we'll be right back. Woo! That was fun. D-line, I'm really appreciative that you joined us with that.
Yeah, of course,
so
man.
much,
It's our favorite. We have several
anytime.
different segments. We have several different segments that we do on the show. Mile High Menu, where we talk about our the foods we eat on game day or what our favorite ones. We have this. We have that one. We have That's What He Said, where we talk about press conference quotes and stuff like that. But
Cool.
that
Cool,
one's
cool.
honestly, at least for me, my favorite segment we do.
Cool. Yeah,
So-
fun to do, guys.
And Johnny,
Thanks for
don't
having me. I
forget,
really appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
we have new
D-
shows coming up.
Yeah, but before we get into our new shows real quick, D-Line, would you please tell us where everybody can find you and what what kind of things they can expect coming up from you.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm on the DNVR.com. I'm on the Nugget Show, the DNVR Nugget Show. We do it after every game. We do it every day at 2:00. Otherwise, just talk about the Denver Nuggets the same way you guys are talking about the Denver Broncos. I show up here and there. I'm one of the co-owners of DNVR, and I'm the creative director. So I just do all of the merchandise. So you can see all of the designs that I do at DNVRlocker.com, and you can check it out.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Too, Eric. I got to pick me up a shirt or two.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Well, Jay has a closet full. I have a few of D-Line's products.
Love that.
And you can make sure that you again like, subscribe, and share as far as our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube accounts go. You can find me at Mile High Viking PO. And the high is just HI, Mile High Viking PO. You can find Jay at Dreamweaver1014 on Twitter, and you can find Rob at Bronco_Rob65. Guys, make sure you give us a follow. We're a good follow. We have lots of laughs. We put out fun stuff, polls, all that kind of stuff. Let's build the family. Let's build the group. All right. Last thing I'm going to say is that we have new shows coming up. Rob below me will soon be debuting his show, Orange and Blue Hour. It's going to be on the Orange and Blue Network. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be him and our buddy Ty Tunis.
Oh, yeah.
So you definitely don't want to miss that. And then I don't know where he went, but Isaiah is going to be debuting his small segment breakdown show called Orange and Blue Blitz. That should be coming up within the next couple days, especially with free agency legal tampering rolling around. So get ready for those two shows to drop. We are always going to be adding more content. Guys, we love you. We thank you for joining us for another fun episode of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. We are going to make D-Line endure our closing that we always do. D-Line, I will not be. I created this about 2 years ago. I will not be satisfied until this is done all over Denver and in the stadium at least once. So if you guys will go ahead and get your arms out with me, we're going to do a big mile high five. So here we go. Basically, you just clap as high above your head as you can. After I announce, here we go. Everybody give me a big mile high five. Yes.
It's great.
It's a mile high, buddy.
Looks like a jackass for a second. It's great.
We want to thank Eric, Mr. D-Line of at DNVR_sports, for joining us tonight on this show. We will be back next week. So for right now, we came on Thursday this week for D-Line's sake, but next week, Wednesday at 7654 on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. We will see you there. Thank you, Broncos Country, and get bucked.